welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, hi, and welcome. My name is Tati, and today we're getting straight back into Revenge Love episode 22. Now, I feel like I was a little bit too harsh. I feel like I might have been a little bit too harsh on this show when I watched last episode. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. Maybe when I do my video essay, it'll be better. I just don't want anybody to take offense to what I said. Because I don't know. I feel like I'm scared to have a different opinion because this show has gotten so much love and appreciation. So many people say it's the top BL and all of those things. And I was trying to sit here and really find what the issue is. Like what is the problem? And it's just like I just feel like, well, for me, I mean, like I don't know what my issue is. Like I know what it is. It's just like I don't know how to explain it very well. It's just there's something off about this show that I just don't like. And it really sucks because, well, I'll say the half of the show. I'll say the half of the show. The majority of the show I really have liked. Like I said, I think they kind of are dragging it a little bit. I think that this show could have ended when the mom died, low key. They could have wrapped it up then. I feel like they're kind of really just throwing stuff, and a lot of people, I looked it up and I just wanted to hear people's opinions. So I looked it up and I was looking, and not too many people pointed out what I was saying. Um so I'm really trying to find it in myself to that really wonder why I just don't like it. And I don't know, I just don't. These last few episodes, I'm just kind of not feeling it. And I'm just like, I don't know. I really don't know, and I really don't anyone to take offense to me not liking it. I watch so many different TV shows and stuff like that. I never like everything in a TV show. Let's make that clear. This is not the first time that you will hear me say I don't like it. This will not be the last time. Um, just one of my favorite shows that I've actually started watching on the channel is Sota series. I talk about Sota series all the time. It is basically, I think, yeah, the first BL that I've ever watched. And I watched it at the time when it came out, and I watched it again last year, I guess 2025. And I hated the whole idea of, in that first episode, Lord, I forget their names, but I'm gonna just use their real names. The way that Krista's character made Singto get up on that fucking table and like said, "Oh, I'm gay and I like boys," and, "Oh, would you date me? Would you date me?" And then the whole thing before that, when he asked that girl, he embarrassed the fuck out that girl and literally like fucking, I don't even know, like that's fucking assault, because she was like 18 years old and he's like a senior, so like he's like 20 some years old, and like embarrassing that girl um in the show. And like he was just being a fucking creep. He was just being a creep. And like, but I love Sota series. It is a hard watch, I will say. It is a hard watch, and I get that not everybody likes it because it is focused on like hazing and stuff like that. I mean, it is a real thing that happens, but I get why people don't like it. Kim Porsche is another one. I When I watched Kim Porsche the first time, I was uncomfortable. Um, but I kind of ignored it. Then I watched it again, and I actually watched it again with a friend. I watched it again with a friend who was a boy, actually. Um, I feel like I have to say, I feel like I have to say, because it was very unique experience. I had never watched a show. Most of my friends who I was watching those BLs with were girls, and so hearing it from a boy's perspective, I was kind of like, oh shit, you're right. That is kind of like, oh damn, like, oh, why was you? And he's bisexual, so he had a different perspective than I do as a bisexual woman, right? And so hearing him point out things that were like, why would he do that, or why would he say that, or this is uncomfortable and stuff like that. Like I think most people were uncomfortable with Vegas Pete. Um and I understand that that's a whole thing that people talk about. I talked about it last episode. But there are people who do enjoy that whole sequence, like the end part, not necessarily the abusing. What did he like? Didn't he like cut him up and shit like that in the beginning? Like I'm not talking about that part, but like the actual like BDSM sex scenes. Like some people do enjoy that, and I ain't knocking nobody for that. Okay, um, but I'm not personally privy to chains and like chaining people up and tying people up. Like that's a little bit too much for me, but I'm not gonna knock nobody's style for that, for liking that. But yeah, and there's so many other things, like things that just kind of annoy me about certain shows that have such good story, and I think that this show is one of those. There are some things, and I'm going to talk about it in my video essay because somebody actually asked me this question when I was asking you guys for Q&A questions for the video essay, which I actually have to do that for Heated Rivalry. I forgot to do that. Um, but somebody asked if you could change some things about these shows, what would you change? And I feel like those are the parts that I would that I would change. Um, so we're gonna talk about it deeper. But I just want everybody to know, I ain't knocking nobody's style for liking this show. I don't hate this show. I don't even dislike this show. There are just things that I don't really fuck with. Like, let me be honest. There's some things that I don't really fuck with. Um, that I feel like are unnecessary. Um, I feel like this whole thing with the dad is unnecessary. Like, it doesn't even like what, like I thought it was going one way and it went a complete different way, and now I'm just kind of like, what the fuck, like why, what, like what is this? A lot of people say, oh, it's because of like comedic purposes, the whole point is for it to be funny. And though I understand that, where did the rest of this show go? It's like the first half of the show was very I don't even know, like very like it had its comedic moments, don't get me wrong, and that's I think the charm of the show. But there was a lot of like tragedy they threw at us all the way till like episode whenever the mom died, and then ever since then they kind of just have been like just throwing random shit, and it's just like, okay, like the mom died and then Wang Xuan and Wang Zhang disappeared. They threw in Ye for a last little second there, and I was just like, what was the point of that? The whole thing with the dad I think is weird. What happened to the sister and the mom? They went on a trip. Okay, why were they only in that one part about Yaya? Like, isn't Wei gonna have to like, talk to them? And I'm just saying this as somebody who hasn't watched the last 3 episodes, so obviously any of this can change. But I just feel like if you're gonna make a show that's 24 seasons, you really gotta captivate these bitches for 24 seasons, okay? And I feel like, yeah, it definitely lost me personally. Um, so yeah, I feel like I just have to say that because I have gotten some aggravated comments. It's okay. Um, not about what I said last episode, but I've gotten some people say that I look very uninterested or that I am thinking too hard about things and stuff like that. But I'm queen of thinking too hard. Let's start there. I'm queen of thinking too hard, okay? Y'all know I pulled out that goddamn pen and paper for ABO Desires. Like I like to dissect things and really talk about things, and if there's something that I just think is a little off to me, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, and like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not knocking nobody's style. I'm not knocking on the show. The show, I want to say I'm already giving this show very high ratings. Like I'm gonna, break it down in the video essay, but this show is not bad. This show is not bad. I want to say that this show is around like about 90% really good. The other percentages is me just flat out not liking things or me not understanding what they're trying to convey. Other than that, the show is great. The show is great. you know, like I said, it's captivated me. Even with the whole snake thing, like I fucking hate snakes. If you I- if you guys didn't ask me to watch this show, remember I watched this show originally when it was like a little like later in the season, and I watched it. I saw the snakes and I was like, hell no, right? If y'all didn't ask, I wouldn't have known any of this. I wouldn't have gone and went back and watched this myself. I wouldn't have. So yeah. Sorry if I was just repeating myself over and over again, but I really want to make it clear that I am not hating on this show. There's just things that I am a little just like about. And that's okay. That's normal. You have experienced it. You don't like every single fucking inch of a show. You don't. Even if you are the most like like likable person, not likable as in you're likable, but likable as in you like everything, like you have no boundary of it. There is something that makes you uncomfortable. And if this show specifically, if you didn't at least be like, what the fuck during those schwy scenes with the teacher, I'm concerned. You need to be put on a list if that's a problem, but I don't think that's any one of y'all. So, yeah. I feel like I had to get that out. I didn't want anybody to be like, "Oh, this bitch, she didn't like the show. She watched the whole fucking show and she didn't like this shit. Oh, what a waste of my time." No, I don't want anybody to feel like that because that's not. I like the show. I like the show. I like it. I don't love it. That's all. Anyway, sorry. Episode 22. What do you got for me? Let me be optimistic. Let me not have like a sad facial expression. Let me actually watch. Let me watch. Also, if you see me looking down at my phone, it's because I ordered groceries. That's it. I'm not being uninterested in the show doing something else, right? That's the only reason why I'm just getting notifications on when that's gonna be delivered. So good. Let's get into it. Oh wait, what's the episode called? Sorry. I want to bring you home. Okay.
嘿，男人不过是一个移动的玩意儿，一点儿都不稀奇。啊，他应该看懂了吧？这么快，吃着来了。
站这里干什么呀？
欢迎你啊！
别给我耍花样！
我哪敢耍花样嘛？那些
Bro,
电
I
视我
would
都
have
说
ran
完
just
了，
then,
正好
just
不容
right
易有个
there.
人来，
There was an opening
能
right
不
there.
兴奋吗？
知道无聊就长点记性，以后离驰骋远点。
晚上去喝点小酒。
怎么有保镖？果然藏人了。
Girl, you better bang on that window. This is a nice ass bathroom.
怎么办？我得想办法逃出去。
Bro, all he has to do is just look at the window. What the fuck? Really? Okay.
我靠，没保镖了！天助我也！
The heavens. I know you're not finna jump. You tripping. You's fucking tripping.
哎，起开！你来干嘛？
Also, how did he figure it out?
无所谓到底在哪儿。
你这是对老子该有的态度吗？
那我应该什么态度？你干的是老子该干的事吗？
你说什么？再说一遍！
我说你干的就不是老子该干的事儿。
你干的是男人该干的事儿。
董事长，您消消气儿，消消气儿啊！小石总他也不是故意的，
Girl.
父子之间哪有说不开的话呀？嘘，走了。 小一点都是。
我爸，我态度有问题。
So I'm sorry. He's limping, right? Because his ankle. How did he get down there? What? Now how'd that happen?
你看，您都长白头发了，我给你拔了。
What?
你看，您平时多注意休息。我先走了。
Right. This waterbed, it seems so uncomfortable.
我妈，
I used to hate a damn waterbed,
带着
bro.
我姐，还有外甥。
Never bring that shit back.
那你是不是得回家陪他们？你不会连家都不想回吧？
我不是不想回，我想带你一起回。
哎呀，你就别开玩笑了。你爸要是能接受啊，之前他就不会绑架我了。无论如何，他们
But
都
see, that's such a weird thing that he would say. See, this is the things that I'm like, what? He said, if your dad if your dad can't accept me, then he wouldn't have kidnapped me. But here's the thing. The dad told him that he didn't want him to be there because he thought his son was stupid and wasn't a good person. These are the things that I'm just like, huh? Because yeah, that's literally what the dad said. The dad literally said the dad didn't seem to be too concerned about the fact that they were gay. It was more about the fact that he thinks his son is stupid and is going nowhere and like has nothing going on for himself. Like pick another person is what he was saying, right? Because if he didn't like Wei, he wouldn't have A, kidnapped him and then B, treated him like just I don't even know, like he would have locked him up. Like he would have been way more ruthless, as they say, right? And he even said that they were going on a business trip and he was gonna tour him around to the other businesses. If he didn't like Wei, he wouldn't have done that. Now, I do still think it's weird, and I do think like I'm not justifying him kidnapping him, but that doesn't make sense. It didn't seem like the dad was like homophobic. It was just like, my son is a fucking dumbass. Why, out of all the people, you picked my fucking son? Like that's what that seemed like it was going, right? That's what it seemed like he was saying. So for Wei to say that, and for them to like, I don't know, I really don't know anymore, girl. I'm just here for the ride.
是你的家人，回去看看吧。上次因为我的事情，你和你爸闹得那么不愉快，我觉得你应该跟他道个歉。
不是，他绑的人是你，我凭什么要跟他道歉啊？
哎呀，我在你家那段时间，其实待的挺好的，你爸对我也挺好的。
那你可就是看得太表面了。他可是在生意上会打太极的人，手段含蓄。
I don't think the dad is really not that bad. Like,
回去给他道个歉。
they have not shown us anything
跟
that
家里闹得这么僵。
other than him taking Churchong's snakes in the beginning, which honestly at this point, watching this whole show seems a little justified. Like, I think Churchong's the problem. I really do. His dad does not seem as bad as the way they keep saying it. This show has not showed us anything that would make me go, oh, the dad ain't shit. The dad is this. The dad ain't that. Like, Churchong has shown more of that. Like, Churchong's the one beating people up. Churchong's the one sex obsessed. Churchong's the one who literally almost killed Yuya and that boy in the car in the beginning of the show. Like, he is the one who acts on this impulse. He is the lethal one. He is the ruthless one. Like, I'm curious. I know y'all told me not to read this book, but I gotta like know the context. Like, what made him this fucking way? Because the dad don't seem this bad. Like he really don't. And the mom don't seem like. I will say him and his sister do act very similarly. Like there's clearly some disdain that they both have with their parents, but why? The parents just seem aloof and business glutton, but they don't seem like this big of a like they really don't. Like I'm very, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know where this is going. I don't have faith. I'm just here. I'm just here. I'm just here.
我不去。
你
What the hell is that next to? Wait, what's that fur thing? Ew. Weirdo.
整的还挺甜蜜。
That cake was good. I'm sorry, I'm
你们
just
继续。
hungry. I haven't eaten.
你把密码也告诉他了？
没有啊，难道门没关？喂，学长，我在小帅家睡。你在家放心陪家人。好。
It's so funny. They spent all that time trying to get these two together. But it's such a huge cog block. Like, wait, read the room, honey. Like, my God.
你们继续啊。
你在这儿，我怎么继续啊？
也对。这毯子不错啊。我是次我。大卫，那是程宇给我买的。
哎，没事，我再给你买一条，这条就当给狗买的。
That's such a rich people thing to say. I'm sorry. that was very. He goes to borrow a blanket to go and sleep in the other room, and he's like, "I'll just buy you a new one." Nigga, no, give me my fucking blanket back. God damn, that's crazy. I'll just buy you a new one. What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? That's like somebody using your mug. Somebody coming over and using your mug. And your boyfriend is like, oh, since she's using the mug, I'll just buy you a new one. No, I'll use the different fucking cup. What do you mean? What the fuck? That's very... I need him to stop driving sad. It makes me very nervous.
Papa, 我要这个高的。
好嘞，
够不到。
再高点啊！
再高点。
This is the first time they showed the dad. See, your son cares for you. You should accept his boyfriend. Ooh. Oh Lord, this is giving me and my dad. This is giving me and my dad. We don't like to. Nah, when there's conflict, We just fucking ignored. Like, but we are literally copying and pasting each other. This is giving me my dad. I'm getting a little PTSD here. Like, oh my god, just talk about it. Jesus. Who can sit in the dark like this though? This is being neat. Hell no. Him and that damn lighter. Are you really just gonna sigh in silence? Like, please.
你要玩到什么时候啊？这些年你谈了一个又一个，你还记得清楚你祸害了多？
Yeah, I forgot. He already knows that he's been playing with a lot of boys. That's kind of crazy, but it's true. So the whole idea that Wei is worried that they're not gonna like him because he's a boy doesn't make sense. Or that he won't approve of them because of Wei. Why? What the fuck? I don't get it. Hey.
多少人吗？
Open mind.
官网清零。从今以后。 伺候，可能过得更开心呢。
It's such a parent thing to say. When you're old and you have no kids, what are you gonna do then? It's like there's other options for having children than being in a same-sex relationship and not being able to have a child by having sex. Like, there's other ways to do that. Like, I feel like I said this before, but I personally don't want to be pregnant. I don't care if I end up with a man, woman, whoever. I don't want to be pregnant. I'm not very good at tolerating any kind of pain. I'm always constantly sick. I'm just not that girl. I'm just not that girl. If I have a wife if I have a wife or whoever, right? And they wants to get pregnant, that's all on them. If they want to do that, we can figure that out. I don't want to be the pregnant one. I just don't want to be the pregnant one. But if that's neither in the cards for either one of us, then there's other ways. There's adoption. I don't know why, but I have always wanted to adopt. Like, I think I've said this before, but my thing, I want to have twins, but I want to adopt twins. Like, that's a thing for me. Like, I want freaking twins, and that comes from my personal thing. Like, I always wanted another sibling. I had an older sibling that passed away, so like I think I've always kind of carried him in like my eyes, like with me. Like, I forget who said it. I think it was Ghostface Killer's son who was talking about how he lost a sister or something like that, and that's what like made him, like, he said it like the femininity from her got taken and put into him, and that's how he thinks about his femininity, right? That is exactly what I feel, but for me, my brother, and it's more masculine. So in my eyes, I would love to have a twins, one girl, one boy. Now, I feel like that's not very common, and that's fine, and they don't have to be identical or whatever. Just one boy and one girl. That's just like a thing, right? And then like but yeah, like I just like there's so many different ways, right? I think for grandparents though, or parents, grandparents, I feel like it's kind of selfish because it's like, oh, I won't get children that look like me, that carry on my genes, that carry on my DNA, right? But I also feel just like, yes, in your DNA, you know, if you adopted, those kids won't have your DNA, your genes, but there is still like your children can still have characteristics of you. It's based off of how you grow up and what you teach them and stuff like that. So I feel like they're like it's just like it's a whole thing. Like you can raise a child in a way that that child ends up being perfectly identical to you despite their DNA, their genes, any of that stuff being different. Like so I've always just kind of scratched my head at that cuz I'm just like okay like but there's so many different ways, like there's so many different ways and they're constantly coming up with new medical scientifical procedures to help aid couples who are like same sex or not even just same sex but don't want to get pregnant in the I guess like in a sex way, right? There's so many ways. There's insemination. There's like I've seen some. There was a couple, a lesbian couple that one of them got pregnant by they like took the genes of both moms and then like I don't know maybe like connected it with like a sperm cell and like she got pregnant and the kid looked just like both of the moms and it's like there's we are evolving. As much as these motherfuckers don't want us to, we are fucking evolving. There's options, there's things, right, beyond just having the choice of, oh, you're gay, no kids. Like there's a way for that. So like I just that always like triggers me because I'm just like, you don't know, right? Anyway, sorry.
比如你有我这样的，
And then who said I even wanted kids to begin with? That's another thing. Wanted kids to begin with. Like what? Oh, you will have no children. I'll have no grandchildren. Who said I wanted to have a child in the fucking first place? You know how expensive kids are, bitch. Like what? What the fuck are you talking about? He's mad because he's not bringing him money because it's not his company. But the problem is whatever he signed, he just signed his company over
你知
somehow.
道吗？
So
我今天过来，是无所谓让我多陪陪你。但我发现，你并不需要。
you know, at least he tried, you know. Now it's your turn. You gotta try. That's how this works. That rain sounds nice. That shit about to make me fall asleep right now.
我不回来了吗？
Mind you, where the fuck did the snakes go? Wait. Now that I'm thinking about that, where the fuck did the snakes go? What happened to that? What happened to the snakes that Wei was keeping? And then what happened to the snakes that were in it? Did they all die? I feel like they all died. They died, right? And I know he gave... Whose kid is that? What the fuck? I know that the little jealousy vinegar, whatever the fuck that bitch name was, he gave that to Wang Shuo. So that snake is gone. And the anaconda, whatever, the yellow fucking snake. I don't fucking know these damn breeds, bitch. Those snakes are gone. I'm gonna assume they all died in the kitchen, right? Did we just not have any desire to take care of the snakes anymore? Or to have snakes anymore? Or like what? What happened with that? Not me advocating for the snakes. No, but I'm just like, where did that go? Like,
舅舅，
哎，
Also, am I tripping? In a lot of these shows, I realize the kids don't really sound like kids. Is that a grown person like dubbing over? Because I know y'all said that they do a lot of dubbing over in the show. Is that like a are they voice acting the kid? I I've always noticed that in these shows, a lot of times the kids just like don't sound like kids. Like that don't sound like a kid. So is that voice acting or like what? Because I don't know. Because even in the earlier episodes when Schwa was dealing with that little girl, and he was giving her the fucking oxalotl or whatever the fuck that was, the balloon thing, that sounded like a grown-ass woman trying to do an impression of a kid. It did not sound like an actual kid. So I'm wondering if that's voice acting as well,
小，好小。
because kids don't sound like that. It sounds like an impression of a
吃
kid.
饭了。
豆豆，豆豆，豆豆在这儿吗？
没在啊，你们刚才不是玩捉迷藏的吗？
豆豆不见了。
什么？
Girl,
豆
what
豆
do you mean he's
豆豆
missing?
豆豆
豆豆，
豆豆，
来姥爷这儿啊！
别躲！
Y'all
我
tripping.
都看过了，没有，前院后院都找遍了，都没有。
I know Trishon did not
都
steal
把
the
孩子给
kid.
玩丢了，我真是服了您了。
Did he steal the kid so that he would learn to
是不是
value
让池诚给带走了？下午他回来过。
children, his children? Oh damn, that's kind of fucked up.
姐，我带着兜兜玩会儿啊。
这赤诚也真是。
That's kind of fucked
我
up.
现在就去把外孙接回来。
行了行了，你别
But
去
you're
了，
doing too
你们
much.
爷俩一见面总吵架，一会儿又吓着孩子，还是我去吧。
啊，行，我去吧。
Yeah. How about the mom go? I don't trust neither one of them. I'm crying.
沈长了，
啊，你回来了。
我给
And
你带了一个礼
he
物。
brought a child.
生日
Oh hell no.
好可爱。哪来
He
的？
cute, but I hate kids. That would have pissed me off. That would piss me
I
off so
love you
bad.
so much ，what can I do？
Knock it out.
Okay, I thought the kid was. I thought the kid looked a little mixed, but as the way he immediately started talking to the kid in English is hilarious to me. Don't the kid speak Mandarin? He was just speaking it. Wait, you? He said, "I'm gonna get this practice in." That's what it is.
啥意思啊？
听说你来这一套，
I'm
真的
crying.
假的？
真的？
走，我给你变个魔术好不好？
从来没见过吧？
来看，喜欢哪个呀？
那个小鹿，
好，来给你。
那好，
That's a fat ass deer.
那个小葫芦，
好，给你。
你还挺
兜兜想
贪的嘛。
要哪个，我都给你。谁让你这么可爱呢？兜兜，尝尝甜不甜？甜吧，
甜。
真可爱。
Ooh.
豆豆，跟妈妈回家好不好？
我要跟舅妈玩。
Ooh.
舅妈，
豆豆，跟妈妈回家。下次舅舅和舅妈去看你的时候，给你带好多好多糖人，好不好？让你一次性吃个够。
好，
乖乖回家吧。
走，跟妈妈回家。来，
That. Mm.
下次见，豆豆，拜拜。
They may not have a good relationship because that's kind of weird. Like, I understand the whole thing where he took him without permission, but like, she just immediately was just like, "Come." Like, girl, damn. Like, no, like, oh, you're having like if actual like in real life, an actual parent would like try not to alarm the child, so it'd be like, "Oh, it's really nice that you're hanging out with your uncles, but we have dinner on the table. You can eat and you can come see them later." Da da da. Like, you know, like they're gonna try to coddle a kid. She was just like, "Oh fuck no, let's go." Damn. Yeah, they might not have a good relationship either. Shit. Oh, that was. Oh. Oh. Damn.
爸，这么晚了还没睡呢？
豆豆
We're
呢
not even gonna talk about it.
哦，
God
已经
damn.
睡着了。
驰骋没有和你一起回来，
没啊，
Why would he?
你坐吧，我和你聊聊你弟弟的事。
Oh, Jesus. Listen, the
和
sister
那小子还住一起啊？
嗯，
protected him earlier, so I don't know.
爸，我觉得选择什么样的伴侣是职场的个人权利，您
Okay.
强加干涉，有点不尊重他。
我不
Yeah.
尊重他，他尊重我。
No, he does.
我要承受异样的眼光。
Whatever. He's scared. I don't get why though. I don't get it.
什么？你等一下，来，有人举报驰骋公司涉嫌偷税。
What the fuck did I say? Like nobody listens to me. Y'all don't be seeing, y'all don't be hearing what I be saying out my mouth. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? Keep playing with me. Keep playing with me. Stop signing shit without looking the shit over. And that counts for shit like terms and conditions. Like
他刚刚被带走了，需要配合调查。
啊，
great.
这中间会不会有什么误会啊？池生怎么会做这种事呢？证据呢？
妈，您先别急，麻烦您再问问详细情况好吗？
And he's gonna have to help.
我就说他开公司不靠谱，那个臭小子能干成什么事儿？还有那个无所谓，成天抠抠搜搜的。
What the fuck? Okay. Well. So now we think that Wei is trying to steal his money in a company that he started, that was his idea, that funds his interest of art. Right. He wanted to get his boyfriend arrested for tax evasion. Right. This man just okay. He's still not as bad and like, oh, boo boo boo, as the way they were trying to make him seem like, but he's just fucking dumb. He's ignorant. He's ignorant as fuck. What the fuck? You're
肯定
not.
是他做假账偷税，连累了我儿子。
Notice how he went from my son's company is so unreliable to, oh, Wei must be the problem. What the fuck? What the fuck? Right. And he don't know any of this.
右眼皮跳，跳财吧。
What?
喂，
大卫，跟你说个事儿。
嗯。
驰骋被抓去警察局了。
什么？
你也别太担心了，
How
目前只是
did
配
I
合
now
调查。
except for him?
没有几笔报税
I'm
金额
just
跟我
like-
之前做的不太一样啊。
It was that
不一样
fucking.
哪里不一样？
It was
我
that
也不知道
secretary.
这个不是我做的，但是我们纳税系统都是要账号密码才能登录的呀。
账号密码都给过谁？
The
我没给
secretary.
过谁。哦，有一回我报税的时候，林经理来过，但是他负责的不是业务吗？他不会懂这个呀。
林经理，我记得他简历上写的大学是辅修过会计。
啊，
他人呢？喊他过来。
林经理今天
He's
请假
not。here. Yeah. What?
请假。
If they were just paying attention, they could have. Bro. Maybe the dad's right. Actually, I knew this was gonna happen. Roll the fucking clip. When they said that they were gonna go and do some sort of business, what the fuck did I say? I literally said there is no way on earth that these two could make a company together without somebody targeting Churchung. Roll the motherfucking clip. I'm just like, but like this was so this was so avoidable. If A, Churchung was just paying attention, and B, if they would just do shit together, they would have caught that shit. I understand they were having relationships issues, but this is what I'm saying. Like, you should never do anything based off of fucking emotion. That's why I always say I hate it when characters will drive with emotion. When they're angry, they're sad, whatever the fuck. They teach you this in driving school. They said never drive with emotion. If you gotta cry, you pull over to the side. Hope. But I think of it like that in every situation. Don't do things based off an emotion. He signed that paper with the intention of just letting that shit go and just getting that boy out his fucking face so that he could sulk. And he signed his fucking company away. All he had to do was just look at the paper. Like, oh my god.
你们说
A mess.
他要是真的定了罪，是不是就得在里边待个？
But also, why did he get arrested and not Wei? It's probably because he's the one who signed the paper.
3年5载的，他要怎么熬啊？陈宇，你路子广，你帮我打听打听，看能不能安排我和他见个面。
你们俩是公司合伙人。
Yeah, they're not gonna let you see him.
暂时没有办法。
Use your brain, honey.
这事太蹊跷。
The question is who did
这件事
this?
情呢，我已经派人去调查了。
That's
职场
the
那边的律
thing.
师我也请好了，所以别担心。
Cause Yuya is broke, so she couldn't have hired nobody. Wang Shuo and Wang Zhen, they seem to be out of the picture.
他在里面吃的好吗？
And the dad is too dumb.
你就放10000个心吧，放心，
放心。
We don't know nobody else that has the. Why is he laying like that? We don't know nobody else who don't like him specifically.
联系人了，来。
Not you calling him by a damn number. God damn.
人是铁，饭是钢啊，你饭得吃。明天你委托的律师就要到。起来了。今天菜还不错。来。
怎么样？有消息吗？
查到了。据说幕后黑手是一个叫王振龙的人，这人你们认识吗
Are you for real?
“我害怕，害怕，我在。哎，这后面就好，你看。
啊！
哎，怎么了？
刚刚有个鬼抓我手了。
哪有什么鬼？我在，我能保护你啊！这后面特别好看，你信？你看，你看。
What the fuck?
大卫，干嘛？
我这不是想着不好意思打扰你们2个吗？
So weird. Anyway, what the fuck? Okay. And just like that, the show pulled me right back in. No, because what? Why the fuck? What? Why? Why would Wonjin do that? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I understand he doesn't like Churchong, but I thought they were gone. I thought they moved on. What the fuck? Why? I thought they were gone, bitch. Okay. 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 That's okay. Okay. I'm interested. They got me something that I'm interested in. Okay. Hey. They pulled me back in. We'll see. We'll see how this goes though. Right. Okay. I'm just thinking about how he was able to do that. And then like now that they you know, I should have seen that coming because they threw in that little tidbit last episode, or was that earlier? I don't know. Where they were talking about when Shuai found out that they're not biological siblings. I should have known that there was gonna be a way that they were gonna pull those two back into the story so that they could start something there. I should have known. I should have known. Well, let's see. We'll see. If you guys enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give me a like, comment down below. Here, feeling more stuff you would like me to react to. We're coming close on Revenge Love. After I finish Revenge Love, we're going straight to ABO. I'm gonna wrap up Heartstopper, and then we're gonna start the sign. And I'll be doing Hunting Wives on Patreon just to be funny. Because I have to see what that's about. I thought about doing All's Fair. Y'all are gonna find out. I do not fuck with Ryan Murphy. He is an odd character. I do watch a lot of Ryan Murphy things unintentionally. I wanted to try. I need to get the girls in. That's the thing. I did, however, hear about a show called Clarabelle, which seemed to be very interesting. I think it's about like a girl who like is in prison or some shit. That's interesting. But yeah, I need to get some of the girls in, so I want to try and weave that in. Like I said, it's a new year, so I'm gonna really we're really gonna go. We're really gonna do this. So we'll do this. So let's do this. Let's do this. Yes. Yeah. Let's do this. All right, you guys. Subscribe yet, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.